Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Marvelous, and I'm here to give my opinion today. Today's topic, communication.
Someone who will understand, and well, that someone is you.
Now, today I want to react to a video I saw on the Peef Network titled, Kayla Spazzes on Quest. Don't ask me about my personal life. So this was on August 14th, 2022. I was actually just searching YouTube real quick for people just having conversation, moments in where the conversation starts to break down, and more particularly with men and women, the type of communication that men and women have with each other, and why there always seems to be a breakdown in communication. So we're going to go over this video real quick, and we're going to pick it apart and react. Let's see. Already, I'm looking at Q's facial expression. Like I said, I already had a quick glimpse of this as I was going in. Communicating with someone who has a hard time understanding takes a lot of energy.
What? I said, don't you like popsicle? What? I said, don't you like popsicle? Yeah!
A lot of energy. But let's get into it real quick. Let's see where I'm at.
Being fucking honest to you
Okay.
right now,
I didn't know.
and you're still coming at me with it. You sure?
I was
Nigga,
just
I'm
double-
telling you,
I'm just
in
double-
real life.
I'm just double
Let's pause
checking.
that. All right, 4:30 bet. So let's go back a little bit before he starts to go in like that. Actually, let's go back way back and further in. But this video ain't that long, really. So let me see. See where this is at.
Now, when we talk about legacy, we talk about Black excellence. We talk about the legacy of Howard. So even when I think about Felicia Rashad,
My
alumni,
girl,
right?
yes.
Right. So did you see her responding to men the same way in these forums?
I don't see her anywhere. She's a celebrity.
Okay, let's stop.
Now let's stop right there. Quest, from his expression, took that question a different way than she did. After breaking this down previously, I already know how Kayla took it. She said that this lady, who I don't know who she is a celebrity. So if you're trying to compare her to a celebrity, don't. But with Quest, and I think what Rilla was trying to get at was, regardless of her title and position, since this is a woman that you admire and respect, her position, do you think she would have the etiquette to conduct herself in a certain way when communicating? In my opinion, I don't think Kayla would even be able to answer that, because Kayla is very, she plays it real close to the chest, especially with her opinions. She doesn't want to necessarily judge people that she respects. You know what I'm saying? You could tell the moment that name was brought up, she really admired and respected the person. So it's not to say she's not gonna say nothing bad about her, but it's like it's not. She feels that it's not her place again because she wants to be respectful to this person. So she's not gonna really give her an answer out of respect. And that's my assumption just from her whole disposition. But let's continue on.
I don't.
Wait,
She does.
he's
She
asking
is
a
not in
legit
any.
question.
She's not in any of spaces like this.
In
She
the third-
controls
No.
every space that she's
she's
in.
on social
She
media.
runs
No,
she
that
does. No,
space.
she's
Be
done
on-
interviews, right?
And she run them interviews. She tell
No,
them
she
what they
doesn't.
can ask her and what they can't.
Yes,
Yes,
she
she
also
does.
li-
I was a journalist. I went to school for journalism.
Kayla,
What are you talking
Kayla,
about?
relax.
There's a list of questions.
Kayla, calm
I
down.
know what. I know
Okay,
what.
saying
so
is
I know
she
what
she's
lives
you are-
running the
Kayla,
interview.
you know I
She
know
has
you
a
are-
profile on
breath.
social
She's
media.
not
Y'all are
necessarily-
wasting y'all's breath.
Okay, what does that
And I'm
have
not
to do
trying
with
to
this?
Y'all are
change her.
wasting y'all's
She's
breath.
not.
Kayla,
She's not debating
Kayla,
with anyone on
calm
her
down.
social
First
media.
off, you're not even give us a second, bro. Chill, Kayla.
Y'all are wasting y'all's breath. She already said she doesn't respect y'all, so why do y'all
No,
keep
she
on?
didn't.
No, she said on the last
She said she gonna meet
episode.
aggression with aggression.
No,
Yes,
she
I'm
said
gonna meet
that
aggression
last
with
episode.
aggression.
She doesn't
You don't
respect
have
y'all.
to, but I don't understand. Like,
Like,
if you
already
don't
said
fuck
that.
with me, then
Pause
just don't.
there. That was interesting. Now Kayla said, I'm going to meet aggression with aggression. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's one of the things that women do. Not like aggression with aggression. No, they don't just talk using their words. They talk with their expression, their emotion, their body language. Women take all of these things into account when communicating. A lot of men, I'm not gonna lie, it goes over their heads at times because they try and get straight to the meat. You know what I'm saying? They forget all the seasoning, forget all the other stuff that they feel can distract from the conversation. They just want to get to right what it is, get directly to the point without having all the other stuff surrounding the conversation. But women, they don't really ignore those things like that, bro. A woman takes a lot of things into consideration, even with her positioning. I pick up on little cues like that because I'm actually studying her body language, whether it's from the way she looks down and talks or the way she expresses her hands like this as she's going about. This is all communication. You gotta take all this in. So when she's talking earlier about you meet with aggression, I'm gonna meet you with aggression. So even no matter what you're saying, your tone and the way you are expressing it, that's how she's going to take it. Like more so than what the words are coming out your mouth. That's where this breakdown communication usually comes from. So let's continue the clip.
Don't fuck with me, then just don't.
No,
like I don't know
That's
what
what
y'all
I'm
trying to
saying.
school somebody on.
Why y'all trying to
That's
Nobody
not.
trying
We
to-
all grown.
Y'all
Like,
trying to change masculine ass women.
Also, translation, if you don't like me, then don't talk to me. I don't think I needed to say that, but you know, that was an easy translation. Continue.
Let them be them.
No, so I'm not-
Y'all wild.
wow.
Kayla,
Just
I'm not
saying,
trying.
let
I'm
If
not-
that's what it is, then that's what it is.
Kayla.
That shit
Exactly,
ain't
I'm
stopping
just-
shit.
Let me
I know,
just
that's
say
what I'm
this.
saying.
Okay,
Let
so
them be
Let
them.
me
y'all
just
can
say
do whatever
this.
y'all
I'm
want.
not-
It's not stopping shit.
Kayla, let me just say this to you. I'm not trying to change you, but I want you to stop thinking that I'm out against you or some shit like that. I'm fucking not, dog.
Really?
Yeah, fucking really.
All right, let's stop right there. That was an easy catch. Now, my man, you may actually truly feel this way. You may not actually, as you said, give a fuck. Okay? You may not have a bullseye on this woman, right? You're saying this, and I'm hearing you. It's not that I don't believe you, all right? But look at your body language. Check your tone. Does that say we cool? Or does it say, yo, I'm frustrated with you? Now remember with Kayla, she said earlier, if you don't fucks with me, right? And as I told you, translation, if you don't like me, then don't talk to me. All right? Now you may fit in your mind, you're saying like, I don't really necessarily care or anything like that, right? You may not care, right? But the fact is this, your energy that you're giving off, hands, tone, even the words you choose to use to express yourself, does not come off in a pleasant way. You know what I'm saying? It's not even neutral. You're not even being neutral. It sounds like you pissed and you don't like the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't really like whatever it is that she's expressing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she asked you again to his man's face, to Quest's face. It's like, oh really? Because you're saying one thing, but your body language, your tone is saying something totally different. This is where communication always breaks down. Now again, I know my girl got a little bit of alcohol in her system, but drunk man tell no tale. All right, Pete, watch this.
Because if that was the case, I would have gave you different energy while we were out to eat with my fucking family, my nigga. I'm not out to fucking get you, G.
Okay.
I'm not.
You sure?
Kayla.
I just want to make sure.
So here we go. I'm
Okay.
being fucking honest to you
Okay.
right now.
I didn't know.
And you're still coming at me with, you sure?
I was
Nigga,
just
I'm
double-
telling you.
I'm just
and
Now, I would never call a female a nigga. It doesn't even sound right. God, I felt that in my heart. Ugh. No judgment on you, Quest. You know, it is what it is. I understand. It's just communicating the best way you know how. It is what it is. But talking like that to Kayla, all right? Because I can't lie. I think chameleon. I don't know if she's a chameleon. I don't like that term, but I would say Kayla knows how to switch it up. She knows how to be a lady, and she knows how to be what you just called her. I'm not even gonna say it. No, damn that. So she knows how to come up and come down. She knows how to present herself in a manner, and then also knows how to, depending on who's around her. Because that's the thing. I would say this: Kayla is more reflective. I'm saying, like she said, like whatever you give me is what I'm gonna give you back. So if you act like this towards her, she's going to give you the same energy. That I'm starting to really see that with her. It's not so much that she is non-cooperative. She's not. She, like I said, I seen the side of her when she first came on the network. She's very poised. She could be very kind in the manner of speaking. I pulled up on a show with her and Kay and Kayla show. I talked to them and they were very kind. So I know they know how to, again, switch it up, whatever. But like the only reason why I call that even switching up is because they are only going to treat you the way that you treat them. And if that's just tone and body language, okay? And depending on what you say, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you say something disrespectful, it's disrespectful. I don't care if you say it in a polite way or whatever. Disrespect is disrespect. Now, again, Kayla's gonna do what Kayla's gonna do and react to how she's gonna react. She already told you off the very rip. She don't like that. But let's continue this. See where this goes. Now, this I haven't seen any pass. We're currently at 426. So like 4 seconds is where we started when we started this whole video. So start it out.
Real life.
I'm just double checking
Why would you need to double check? And I'm telling you,
because I wanted to.
She from the
Fucking
east side
Kayla.
of Atlanta. She don't know.
Now stop right there. Now you see, you just said fuck you, Kayla. I'm sorry. This is an easy breakdown. Lapeef Network, appreciate you guys. I'm not trying to really make this a habit neither, but because I've been in y'all panel a few times and I've seen a lot of different examples of breakdown communication, and that's really all this is about. This isn't about the people that you see or anything like that. I don't know these people in a sense. I am familiar with their content, some of their charm and character, but I in reality I don't know these individuals, and I don't judge them neither. We're not here to judge these people. Again, this is just something to examine and understand why breakdown communication happens. Now again, my man Quest here just said, fuck you, Kayla. I'm only laughing because she's right. She's right. She read him like a book, whether he knows it or not, in the way that he's communicating. If you don't fuck with her, as she said before they even got into a heated debate, if you don't fuck with her, right, then don't fuck with me. Before we even got this far, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful to see it come out together. It's like, now that I understand how women communicate and how men communicate, it's really astonishing. You know what? I don't think we really need to go any further in this particular example. I'm just going to stop right here at, let's see, 4:35. All right, so now that now that we broke down that particular video and its communication, let's talk about what I wanted to talk about. Men and women have a lot to say to one another at times. And as you see right there, there's always some type of breakdown in the communication. I was talking to a young lady at the bar just the other day. Her name was Elisa. Shout out to Elisa. If you watch my channel, how you doing? But we were talking about communication. And I was saying to her, like, for the most part, I understand that women not only say one thing, but they also want to express another thing. So let's say my wife, for instance, wants to come to me with an issue or something, right? She's 9 times out of 10 when she comes to me about something, you know how I should react, you know how I should respond. Only thing I needed to say is, talk to me. What's going on? And just listen. Because when a woman usually comes to you about something and you can see it in their face, you can hear it in their tone, just know what you're about to get is some emotional stuff. As a man, you're about to get an emotional conversation. So if you're not good at talking with your emotions, just listen. Just listen. All right. Don't ask no questions. Just listen. Shake your head. Say, wow, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not. I'm joking. But seriously, just pay attention. Okay. Be attentive. Listen to what you say, and also we talked about body language. Your body language has to actually look like you give a damn. Okay. I'm not telling you to act. I'm saying to, if you're gonna act, you better be selling it. That's all I'm saying. But no, pay attention to what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Look concerned, sound concerned. That right there is a good key takeaway from this. All right, look and sound concerned. You have to give her feedback by communicating that, not your tongue, not with your head. I know what you mean. You know what I'm saying? You want to think it all, and also you're rational in your way you think. And all, I get all that. That's how we are as men. We're programmed. We can't help it. 1 + 1 is 2. We get it. But with women, they just want to feel something. All right, when they talk to you, when they communicate, they want to feel the conversation out. All right, so just if you're not good at talking it up, just say those few words I said. What it is, what you got. Talk to me. What's going on? That's it. That's as much as should come out your mouth if you don't know how to talk to a woman and she wants to express herself. Now, when it comes to women, when it comes to women talking to men, now I'm not gonna lie, this is where it's about to get very controversial, because this is an issue, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Alright. There used to be a time, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush, I wasn't gonna go to examples, but no, I'm gonna get right to it. There was a time where men had a place in society, alright? Men pretty much don't really have that place no more. Meaning like a place where there are no women, there are no children. There really isn't a haven, a space for men in particular or exclusively. That does not exist. Because the way that we've written laws and things in Western society with discrimination, these things cannot exist. But I'm starting to understand why it was ever a thing in the first place. Because, like I said before, communication. The way that men and women tend to talk to each other is very different. And things can be expressed on a multitude of different levels. And context and all types of things can be taken completely out of context. Actually, that's the thing. Things do get taken out of context a whole lot. And that's usually because people don't question or people don't listen. So for women, I don't think women are asking the right questions to understand men. And for men, they're not listening to the women. And just, you know, in my observation, they have to really pay attention and listen and understand the women. And women need to ask questions and understand men, in a sense, because I also believe, because like I said, women don't understand that men are not very effective communicators in terms of, I would say, not just getting the point across, but it's just that we know that after I just broke down last video, you guys take more than just what's coming out the man's mouth. You're taking in all the information, tone and body language included. You know, it's just other things that aren't really being accounted for in the man's mind when he's communicating to you. So for better context, you should ask questions, you know, just for better communication. And I know men get annoyed with that because it's like women got 21 questions, I don't want to hear, blah, 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 blah. But no, it's necessary. But this also goes to another thing I wanted to talk about with our language, particularly in the English language. Words we all know have meaning, but as time has gone along, I'm starting to find words become more subjective, more feminine, if that makes sense. And when I say feminine, I mean like, because the way women communicate, women do communicate with their emotions a lot. Not saying they're like, you know, what's the word? I don't want to say women are over emotional like that. It's more like they just like to fill out the conversation. There we go. We'll go with that. Women like to fill out the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Um, and for the most part, that is having a play with how we define terms and words. And I'm not even talking about the whole man and woman thing. I'm talking about just other terms in general, like even just common yes and no, or good and bad, or whatever. All these words are starting to just change based on a person's mood and expression. And it's really causing a lot of confusion in the language. I think the language has broken down in such a way because we're trying to apply rationality, how it's always, well, not always, I can't say always, but how it's been for quite some time. It's been, we spoke rationally, but as of lately, a lot of words that we use seem to be irrational. And sometimes it seems hypocritical, depending on the context of what we're talking about. Um, and some terms also seem to be subjective, which to me, it goes against the notion of meaning, at least for a word. I mean, if a word's going to have a constant change in what it means, it's just, again, we're just babbling. It's like a bunch of babble and confusion, which, again, it's not effective. And again, we're seeing a bigger breakdown in communication in our society, particularly in the Western society of English language. Um, I think when we had women enter our spaces um, and start talking to men, um, that caused some issues. Actually, that caused a lot of issues. Not just because of decision making, which is another thing that I think we talk about later on when it comes to male and female dynamics, but just when it comes to certain words and how they're used and how they're taken in, that has an effect on men and women differently as well. And when you're someone who's sitting at a leadership position, whether your boss is a male or female, it's different. We all know it's different. We can't act like it's even the same. It's not even close. But these little breakdowns in communication and the decisions that are being made off of these types of communication, it's really, you're starting to really see it break down society in a way that we haven't had in these particular times, in these modern times. It is like men would tell you, and I think women also know, if they're being honest and stuff, it's easier to talk to the same sex. Like men can say, for the most part, a majority of men, and I'm not speaking absolutes here, okay, a majority of men would say it's much easier to talk to men because men just get it. And women would say the same thing. It's easier to talk to women because women just get it, they understand me. We're mixing our communication signs and signals and stuff, and we're trying to run a system or run a society with a blended way of communicating, and it's really not working because communication is key. Communication is more than just key. It's actually understanding. If we don't have an understanding, it's gonna break down a whole lot of stuff. I mean, you guys know my channel's about truth, faith, and understanding. That is one of the biggest principles, is understanding. To not have that, you're going to see us break down further. And I just think it's only due to us, to men specifically, not having a space to communicate effectively and to make decisions effectively, with no breakdown, no misunderstanding. Things are just done because they're understood. There's no, you know what I mean? And with women, again, because we're in these times now, I mean, we're gonna go through our course. I'm not trying to rewrite things and say that women need to go and, you know, stay out of a man's place or whenever, or be in a lady's place when needed. You know, just like, again, we're way beyond that point, because right now we got children who are no longer in their place as well. Now that we got like social media, there's no such thing as a child's place. Just like there's no such thing as a woman's place or a man's place. We're all in the same blending pot, and we can't communicate effectively with one another at all. But I guess that's really what I wanted to get down to. And also, like I said earlier, tell you guys how we can talk more efficiently. We can understand each other a little better. Again, women just need to ask questions, and men need to just listen. And listen well. Take the whole entire scope. All right. And if you can't speak women, don't speak women. Don't speak to women in a logical, rational tone. Again, because like I said, most time men, they just want you to listen in the first place, unless you're able to really get involved with your emotions. If you're able to effectively talk with your emotions, then do so. And for women, when you ask questions, be rational. It's just that simple. But that's all I got, man. This video was a little bit longer than anticipated. And I did want to, like I said, this video was a good example of how things get broken down so easily, and how much energy it takes to really communicate, and the patience it also takes to have a nice way of communication going on. But anyways, guys, this is all I got for now. There'll definitely be a part 2, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to communication. But I just wanted to hit on this particular dynamic when it comes to men and women in society and how that plays out. Again, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. This isn't like this particular video is supposed to spark outrage or get women to go in their spot and men be in their spot again. Not like that. It's just noticing that when we actually incorporated things in the way that we did with equality and stuff like that, and treatment, we did something that we haven't done before, and it's having different ramifications, different cause and effects. Even if the woman might be good at communicating, the man may not understand her. You know what I'm saying? So it really, like I said, I'm just looking at where the balance is at in all this, and I think that we probably were. It's my opinion. I think we're probably better off where men were in their space and did what they had to do, and women were in their space and did what they had to do, to the best of their abilities. But again, I'm not here to separate you guys, to tell you guys are wrong. I'm just being objective and looking at things and questioning. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything you want to debate me on, debates me, I don't take them as arguments. I don't say it as someone being right or wrong. I just take it as getting new information, things I didn't know, and take into context, take into consideration. So if you got something you want to debate about or talk or add on to, please leave it down below, and we can chat up on StreamYard or something. All right, you guys take care. Peace and love. I'm out.